Major breaking. Tottenham eye Real Madrid's midfield powerhouse this winter. The move nobody saw coming. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. According to reports emerging from Spain, Tottenham are preparing to make a major move in the January transfer window, with Real Madrid's Federico Valverde identified as a priority target. The Uruguayan midfielder, regarded as one of the most complete players in European football, is now facing an uncertain future at the Santiago Bernabéu, and Spurs believe this could be the perfect opportunity to bring him to North London. Valverde has long been considered a key figure at Real Madrid, combining extraordinary energy with versatility and technical quality. However, his standing at the club has changed in recent months. Manager Xabi Alonso, who took over in the summer, appears to favour more technically oriented midfielders, and this has left Valverde on the periphery. Tensions have not been helped by reported public disagreements between the player and Alonso, a situation that has fueled speculation about a possible exit. The most striking evidence of his diminishing role came in Madrid's most recent Champions League clash, when Valverde was left on the bench and never introduced a decision that shocked many considering his proven pedigree at the highest level. For a player of Valverde's calibre, such limited involvement is far from ideal, especially with the World Cup on the horizon. At 27, he is in the prime years of his career, and regular minutes will be crucial if he is to maintain his place in Uruguay's national team and perform at his peak in the global tournament. This backdrop has encouraged Tottenham to step forward, sensing a rare chance to sign a world-class midfielder who still has plenty to offer. In the football market, Valverde is currently valued at around £70 million, a figure that Tottenham are understood to be capable of meeting without serious difficulty. The club's board, buoyed by recent investments and a clear determination to build a squad capable of challenging for major honours, see Valverde as the type of addition who could take them to another level. His winning mentality, forged in a trophy-laden spell with Real Madrid, would also bring invaluable experience to Thomas Frank's side. What makes Valverde particularly appealing is his versatility. Unlike many midfielders, he is not confined to a single role. He can operate as a defensive shield in the number 6 position, bring dynamism and drive as a box-to-box number 8, provide cover as a right back, and even contribute further forward as a number 10 when needed. This rare flexibility makes him a tactical dream for any coach, and could offer Tottenham the balance and unpredictability they often lack in the middle of the park. Convincing Valverde to leave Madrid, however, will not be straightforward. Despite recent frustrations, he has been part of one of the most successful clubs in the world and has lifted numerous trophies, including the Champions League and La Liga titles. For Spurs to win him over, they must demonstrate ambition not only financially but also in terms of their sporting project. With the club pushing hard to establish themselves as genuine contenders both domestically and in Europe, the pitch to Valverde will be that he can become the centrepiece of a new era in North London. January, therefore, could be pivotal. Tottenham are determined to act, aware that opportunities to sign players of Valverde's stature do not come around often. Spurs remain firmly in the headlines with fresh reports linking them to Vasco da Gama's striker Ryan, a teenager who has quickly established himself as one of the brightest attacking prospects in Brazilian football. According to information emerging from Brazil via Globo Esporte, Spurs are not alone in their admiration of the 19-year-old, with Chelsea and Barcelona also monitoring his progress closely. The competition for his signature underlines the level of talent the youngster possesses and explains why he is now firmly on the radar of multiple elite clubs. Ryan's current contract with Vasco includes a release clause set at £35 million, but the situation is believed to be more flexible than it appears on paper. Reports from Brazilian journalist Jorge Nicola suggest that the forward could be available for closer to £25 million, depending on the dynamics of any negotiations. For a club of Tottenham's financial standing, such an investment is entirely within reach and could prove to be excellent business in the long term, particularly if the player develops into the star many expect him to become. From Tottenham's perspective, adding further depth and firepower to their attacking department has been a clear objective. While their current options have shown promise, the London side are keen to future-proof the squad with players who can grow into leading figures over the coming years. Ryan fits this profile perfectly. a technically gifted forward with natural flair, strong finishing ability, and the mentality required to adapt to European football. At just 19, he is far from the finished article, but with the right coaching and environment, he could flourish into a genuine star at Premier League level. The Premier League stage, with its intensity and competitive edge, could serve as the perfect platform for Rayan's development. Although he would not be expected to walk straight into the Tottenham starting 11, opportunities would not be scarce. The current project at Spurs is built around giving young players chances to grow while also competing for honours, and Rayan would be stepping into an environment designed to maximise his potential. Even as a rotation option, the minutes he would receive in domestic cup competitions and off the bench in league fixtures could accelerate his adaptation process. Crucially, the financial risk for Tottenham is relatively limited when weighed against the possible upside. At £25 million, the transfer would be considered a medium-sized investment by Premier League standards. Should Rayan fulfil even half of his promise, Spurs could look back on such a deal as one of the smartest pieces of business they have done in recent years. The prospect of playing in England will naturally appeal to the youngster as well. The visibility, the chance to test himself against some of the world's best defenders, and the opportunity to work in one of Europe's top leagues are all significant incentives. Tottenham's growing reputation for offering a pathway to young talents makes them an attractive destination, and the possibility of following in the footsteps of other South American stars who have thrived in the Premier League could prove decisive. Ultimately, time will tell whether Spurs act decisively and move for Rayan once the transfer window reopens in January. With competition from clubs of Chelsea and Barcelona, hesitation could see them miss out on a player with enormous potential. However, if Tottenham do step forward with a formal bid, they have the financial muscle to meet Vasco's demands and secure one of the most exciting prospects in South American football. For both club and player, the move could represent an ideal match. Tottenham strengthening their attacking options for the present and future, and Rayan gaining the platform to elevate his career on one of the biggest stages in world football. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Tottenham, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video with other Spurs fans. Together we can keep growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!